Alright guys, I try to make this a quick video as my last couple of videos have rambled on a bit too much. Today I want to put down who I consider has the best arms in pro bodybuilding today. And what I'm basing this on is what I see as the most impressive and aesthetically pleasing arm development. Not just the guy with the biggest or most developed arm. Basing this criteria, I've used the three most relevant compulsory poses, the front and back double biceps and the side triceps, and I've narrowed it down to the top 5 to begin to make this video a bit shorter than the last few. Look, making judgments on bodybuilding is really subjective, so my views on this may differ from yours. Now, 5th place I have Cedric McMillan. Starting off with the negatives here, using a fairly critical eye here. His biceps are not that impressive. They're a bit small and flat in comparison to the size of his triceps, which are really large and rounded. From the rear, he's not great because you don't really see any of the biceps much at all there in the angles that I've seen. But criticism aside, his arms are really large, and there's something very appealing about his upper arm development, particularly from the front and side. It's just a very nice flow to it. In 4th place I've got Justin Compton. Now this guy's got some great arms. From the front and back he has very impressive that hanging tricep look about them. He's got from the back as well, from the rear double biceps, he's got very deep separation between the different muscle groups there. His thickness in the side tricep is also substantial and really impressive, but maybe he lacks detail, which some of these other guys have. His biceps, like Cedric, don't have a significant peak on them, but regardless, there's still a really nice flow and balance about his bicep-tricep combination. Like Cedric though, I'd like to see this guy come in harder. I've never seen these guys with really rock-hard condition, and I reckon their arms would look far more impressive. In 3rd place I've got Heath. Now, this guy's got amazing overall development, extreme tricep development, just absolutely massive diced triceps. Maybe he's got the best developed forearm muscles out there today. The brachioradialis forearm muscle is massive, and you can see in particularly the side tricep extends deep into his upper arm. You kind of don't see it with many people. He's got very good separation between the muscles in his rear double biceps. The only negative I have for Phil is that his biceps, they're quite reasonably in size, but they don't have a large peak. And his triceps, while huge, and this is surprising, do not have a real sweep to them in the back and front double biceps, and you'd sort of expect that with the size of his tricep, but it just doesn't seem to be there. In 2nd place I've got Roelly Winklear, and like Phil, this guy's got just outstanding development through the whole arm. All 3 poses, this guy looks really good, and he's got good separation between the different muscles. I prefer his arms to Phil's, as his bicep peak is a bit more prominent, and he's got a good sweeping tricep. So, going back to the original sort of criteria here, I'm looking for not just development, but the aesthetic pleasing aspect of it. The negative to me, and this is something that I think that Roelly shares with Phil, is that their muscles are almost too developed. From pretty much the wrist right up their shoulder, the development is just crazy. And in the rear double bicep, more so with Roelly, his forearm almost overlaps part of his bicep. So it's lack of space or separation between the groups, the forearm, the biceps and triceps, it sort of detracts from the overall impressiveness of his arm. Now, in first place, to me, I've got Kai Greene. His arms in the front and back bicep poses are just without equal. The peak of his bicep is so prominent in both these poses, as is his hanging tricep. There's really a really nice separation between the muscles too. Now, in comparison to the other guys, he may well have the weakest forearm development of any of these fellas, but with his small joints, this seems to have even create a greater highlight to the upper arm development. This sort of harkens back to people like Flex Wheeler, where he went out there at 225. There's guys 250, 260 plus. He always looked more impressive, and that's just because of his round muscle bellies and his small joints. Everything looked much more larger. Now he loses a bit in the size and the side triceps to the other guys for me, but look, he still brings a really respectable and one of the most striated horseshoes out there. For me, I think he's got the most impressive and pleasing arm development of anyone out there today. Now, I just want to note here that this judgment is no means a fanboy call, because I don't really like Kai. As a bodybuilder, I like him. As a individual, he sort of grates on me a bit. So I've really this is all about just the muscle and not about the person. Now, also, I'd like to add here that probably my all-time favourite development, it comes from Robbie Robinson back in his day in the 70s. Yeah, not in the 80s, but in the 70s. And here's a picture of him. Look, and I think there's a real similarity here in the structure and genetic development between him and Kai. And that's probably why I've got Kai number one. I'm still going back to then. Obviously, size-wise, things have changed. But look, that's my thoughts. Value your comments and opinion. Tell me I'm right or wrong. I don't care. It's good. All good. Thanks. See ya.